Yeah, she is here. She is here.
So I don't mean to blow your mind, but yeah, that's like for real. So maybe I can help shake you a little bit
Yeah.
because I've been like, that's why I wrote this movie. Like that's it had to come out of me. Like we've all been conditioned to think that essentially taking bioidentical hormones is bad, but look at all these other products that cost a lot of money that we could sell you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so crazy.
Welcome to the Convo
Well,
Gabs.
welcome.
Hi guys. I'm sorry I'm late.
No, you're not late. We
Yeah,
were
you're
early.
on time.
We
I'm
were early. Stephanie is she was ready to go and I was like, "All right,
Yeah, I
let's
put on
do
red
this."
lippy for this, guys.
You look beautiful.
I'm trying. I'm sweating. The menopause is killing me.
I know.
We've
we've been
been
wrap
menopause talking.
yeah,
Oh, that's
we've been
beautiful.
perimenopause talking and like I was yeah, I need to stop taking some of the stuff that I've been taking and I need to maybe like possibly get things tested. But let's
Little
talk
doctor's
about
appointment will be great. Little doctor's appointment, little blood test.
So tell us about you. Like when you sent us an email and you were like, here's some bullet points about my life, and I was like, what?
I don't
Holy
even
cow.
remember what I said, but I'm sure it's all nuts because my life's pretty nuts.
That's perfect because we are chaos. Like,
So, okay, so I'm 47, just turned 47 last week.
happy
I'm
birthday.
definitely dried out
Woo!
and going through perimenopause. And I'm a writer. I'm originally from New York and I graduated Tisch School of the Arts at NYU. I am donor conceived, so I have over 50 siblings, which is like an insane fact. And I fuck with one sister really hardcore that's donor conceived and one brother, and then nobody else because they're all whack. And some of them are from Staten Island, which isn't like a place you want to hang out if you're from New York. And those are some like weird things about me. And I just wrote a movie with my really good friend Jordan Sparks called Quiet Storm, which
Yeah.
is a story that encompasses hormones and is all about women's like lives in America and the way we're treated by the American medical system. And we're like
Wow.
on a tour trying to get this movie made right now and literally just trying to attach as many people as we can.
Wow. That was like a really quick synopsis.
Yes.
Let's back it up for a second.
Okay, back it up, girls. Let's do questions.
Okay.
Like donor conceived, like
Yeah.
how one, like your parents, like how does I have a friend of mine who did a donor and then yeah. So I mean it's like
Okay.
a whole thing.
So my social father, because he's not my biological father, he could not produce sperm. He had had
Okay.
testicular cancer when he was in like his 20s. So my parents went to funny enough, they went to NYU Langone
Okay.
and got some sperm there. So NYU makes their own students, which is really weird because
Yeah.
five of my donor conceived siblings went to NYU and we were all created at NYU Langone. And so I have a sister I grew up with and she has a different sperm donor. So we're half sisters. And then I have like siblings that have the same donor father that I do. So it's all fucked up.
Wow.
Wow.
When did you find out?
Yeah.
Like,
So when I was 25, so
yeah.
let me back up a little bit. The reason I'm a writer and I've been a writer since I was like a
Yeah.
child is because I came from a really traumatic childhood. Like these people should not have had children, period.
Okay.
They shouldn't
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
right? But when I was living in LA in my really early 20s, I was like 24, 25 years old. My mom was coming to like, she was coming to LA for a trip. And she absolutely was going to tell me on this trip that I was donor conceived because her and like my dad had sold some land and like she has borderline personality disorder and she's mentally ill and like she thought this would be a good time to like drop a bomb and fuck up my life. So my social father called me and told me himself. So I found out then and I held that shit in for like 4 days while my mom came to visit me.
Oh,
And then when she told me, I was done with her too. Like so
Yeah.
I found it at 25. I was definitely not
wow.
emotionally ready or able to handle that. And then in 2018, I was like, let's buy an ancestry kit and see what happens. And we rolled the dice. And then I found
Oh my
a
God.
brother who is literally like my twin, looks just like me. His name is David. He's super hot because I'm super hot. So like we're
I
looking
love
good.
it.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and
love it.
yeah, and then I met my sister Joanna. I met a couple siblings in this mix, and I didn't enjoy some of them, and two of them I really enjoy.
That's
So,
awesome. And you
Wow,
still
that's
like hang
amazing.
out. That's so interesting.
oh
Like,
yeah,
That
me and my sister are literally traveling the world together. Like we just went on a vacation. We just went to 6 countries together, and we've known each other for 4 years. And we
wow.
fight like real
wow.
sisters. We love like real sisters. It's all a good vibe. Like it's really
Oh,
nice.
that's so cool.
I got what I needed from it, if it makes
Mhm.
sense. Like
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a really messed up situation to be in, but I actually got a family out of it, even though that wasn't the intent at all, right?
Yeah.
Because
Geez, your
the
silver
first,
lining.
yeah,
Yeah.
the first family that I was born to, no bueno. And this now the family I'm making is much better.
Yeah.
Do you have contact with your half sister from your social dad
Yeah.
and okay.
No,
I
I know where she lives and I know about her, but
yeah.
I mean, mental illness runs really deep in my family, and I feel
Yeah.
like she's probably has some mental illness and unresolved trauma and has never gotten treated. And I sent her like an apology letter because we grew up to be mean to each other. And at like 40, I had an awakening and was like, this is not how I want to live anymore. And I
Yeah.
don't want to be like this. So I wrote her this like beautiful letter and said, I'm sorry for everything that I did to you that I was instructed to do by these people. You'll never get an apology from either of them. And I've never heard from her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I well, one, I truly believe that we build our own family, and it doesn't necessarily have to come from blood. You know what I'm
I
saying? And that
absolutely concur.
sometimes, and I think sometimes people don't understand why you have to like discontinue a relationship or discontinue whether it's a family member or blood family member. People get up, well, it's your dad or it's
Yeah.
your mom.
People are
And
incredibly judgmental about that. And like, I don't know any person who's had to disconnect from their immediate family that made that decision easily,
right.
lightly, or was like, yeah, this will be
Yeah.
fun. Like,
Yeah.
if you have to do it, it's because literally you have to save your own life.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And
Exactly.
people don't and people when they question or judge you, it's like, listen, how about we look at it from this perspective? If you had a sister, an aunt, a cousin, a best friend who was in a relationship that was toxic and actually like whatever, like not more than toxic, it was like, really bad for them.
You tell them to get out.
You tell them to get out.
What's the difference
So
here?
what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, why are we not normalizing that?
Yeah.
My response when people make a comment like that, when they say things like, "Oh, are you like where do your parents live or whatever?" and I'm like, "Oh, actually, I'm disconnected from them." If they say something like that, I'm like, I really feel like it's a lot for you to make an assessment that it was super easy for me to disconnect from someone, and I don't really value
Yeah.
this conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm all up
It's
and at
tough.
it.
It's a
It
tough
is tough.
conversation. And when you disconnect from that relationship, that's a relationship that you've probably been with for decades. You know
I
what I'm
haven't
saying?
spoken or seen my biological mother in 17 years, and I
Yeah.
can't tell
Wow.
you how freeing it is to not
Yeah.
have her in my life.
Yeah.
She was so violent and so toxic
Yeah.
and said such horrible things to me, and not having to hear her every day. And now that I'm old enough too, like the voice in my head that used to be her saying
Yeah.
shit, that bitch is gone too. So it's like, living my best life now. Now I got
And
hospital trauma.
You are so brave and so
yeah.
strong.
But
Oh my God, Gabby, you're so pretty.
I
Everybody's
know
so
Oh, thank you.
pretty.
we're all pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys
we're
are
all
so
beautiful.
pretty. What's going on? This should
Girl
become a
power.
pretty podcast.
Woo!
Why we should normalize that too, like,
Yeah.
enhancing women's experience and like boosting us each of us up
Each
instead
of
of
us.
like knocking us,
Yeah, I
each
want
other
both of your
down.
hair, honestly. Both of your
Oh, thank
hair
you.
would look good on this short ass bitch's head.
You're so funny. Um,
I
I
love your
also
short hair.
I also love the fact that you took like a traumatic or maybe what people
Experience,
think a
yeah.
negative experience and you've turned it into something positive. Like you
Writing.
like
What what
right?
what like gave you that spark? What
Yes.
ignited that?
So in
Hmm.
2021, I was clearly undiagnosed with Graves' disease. I did not know what was wrong with me, and I had kept
Wow.
going to doctor after doctor after doctor. And they kept telling me I was in menopause and kept putting me on all different kinds of hormones. And like it was literally just like a band-aid. And so when Jordan and I were talking about this, and this is in 2021, this started, I was
Wow.
like, I want to write a movie about hormones. And I
Right.
want the movie to be just about the hormones. Like, I want the hormones to be the main character. And I want the women to just be the vessel with which the hormones tell the story.
Yeah.
Like, and she's like, that sounds so weird. I'm so in. And we were on a vacation, and her sister-in-law was with us, and her sister-in-law is a physician's assistant in hormones. So she ended up being super helpful. We like went back to the room, and for like a day and a half, we just like clunked out this like whole like a whole treatment for it. And I was
Hmm.
like, all right, now we got something. We got bones. We got bones. Then I got really, really, really sick.
Mm.
And then I realized that I was going to add parts to it with Graves' disease because I finally ended up in 2023. I had to have a fucking stroke for them to diagnose me with Graves' disease. And this is
Oh.
one simple blood test, and I have buku insurance. So they could have taken the blood and it was a $20 copay and tested me to see. And like my thyroid was always weird and nobody would ever explain it. Even the gynecologist who was pumping me full of progesterone absolutely knew that he thought that I had Graves' disease. And literally I had to like not be able to speak or talk for somebody to actually take me seriously in
Wow.
American medicine. I didn't put that in the movie because it's like too much and then it would be all about Graves' disease. But yeah, that's what happened to me and it totally sucked. And I was like, if I don't get this out of me, I'll
Mm.
die. That's
Yeah.
how I felt. And I've written a lot of really bad shit. I don't use my own name when the shit is bad. I take the money and I walk away. Okay. I've written on TV shows and I'm not even going to tell you what they are. And I just don't even use my own name. I've written a lot of stuff. This is the first thing I put my name on because my body was like, you need to get this out. And like, then I was like, oh my God, it's actually really good.
Yeah.
It
That's
is.
awesome.
It is. So I did have the pleasure of reading it and I cried. I was angry. I like all of these emotions came up because we've all had a similar experience in the medical area.
Hmm.
And the fact that it keeps happening and there's not enough investigation on women's bodies and how that where's all the science to that,
They didn't
and how
start
we
studying us till the
age.
90s. And then they were like, fuck you guys. We don't need you. We'll just.
Exactly.
That's
I mean, come
crazy.
on.
So, okay, so back it up. So you are very good friends with Jordan Sparks,
Yes.
and like, did you guys meet when you were in LA when you were younger? And like, how
No.
did you guys meet?
We,
Because we always talk about a little bit of
so
luck, a little bit of timing, like and I don't know,
We have met
finding your
before,
people.
but we didn't like really, we've been introduced before. Like we have mutual friends. And
Hmm.
then we met in 2021 when like the world was still kind of shut down.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
both went on a vacation to the same place, like
Mm.
because we knew the same people. And like it sounds so bougie, but we met on an island
Oh.
called Prickly Pear Island. And she was like, oh my God, what are you working on? I haven't seen you in so long. And I'm like, I told her, I just pitched her. I was like, I'm trying to do a movie about hormones. And she was like, do you know my sister-in-law? She's a doctor of hormones. And I'm like, maybe we should go back to the room and get
Then
a little
the
types. And
Yeah.
we spent like 5 hours doing it. And then the next morning we were like, yeah, we're going to keep going. And now it's been
wow.
like 6 years.
It took you 6 years to write the
It
full
took
like
5 years to finish it. Yeah. We interviewed 144 women who
wow.
had like we interviewed women who had autoimmune disorders. We interviewed women who were doing IVF cycles. We interviewed
Depression,
women
right?
who were like
Postpartum.
menopausal. We interviewed trans women. Like we did it all. We did it all.
So would you say this is more of like a documentary or is it like a docu-style or is it going to be
No, I
like
mean it's
no?
definitely going to be there's going to be actresses in it. Jordan's going to be in it
Yeah.
herself. So
Yeah.
like it's definitely going to be an acted movie, but I would say that this was very research based.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say that I think that my style now as a writer moving forward is always going to be research based. That I
Okay.
really prefer to do things that I really have like really exhausted and nerded out on because then I feel like I could tell the story better.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean
you
it's
can definitely read your soul in each
yeah.
of the chapters.
I mean,
And
I'm a little
I,
bit of all of those women, and then
yeah.
those were also all real women too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we blended a lot of women together, and I mean, our trans woman who is Jackie,
Yeah.
this is this wonderful woman, Velvet Lenore, who is like one of the majorest drag queens in West Palm Beach. She's like the #1 drag queen. Like her story is so amazing. Like she literally takes in the gay, queer, and trans youth and lets them live in her home, teaches them
Wow.
how to get credit, helps them get jobs when their parents like leave them alone and like abandon them. Over 120 people have taken her last name as of the
Wow.
last time we spoke to her.
Oh my God.
Wow. That's
She's
crazy.
Yeah,
amazing. She could be a whole movie by herself.
I
Velvet, you're
sounds
such a good
like
luck,
it.
babe.
it does.
That's another now you have another like project on your
Another
Yeah,
hands.
project.
another project. Write it down.
I was gonna ask you like why did you take a male pseudonym like and you know what I'm saying like you said I don't this is the first time I put my name on a project and I was curious I was gonna ask you like why did you take a male's name for other projects that you've written on or why
One,
didn't
because
you
when I would submit projects under a female's name, they would get rejected more than they
oh,
would with
okay.
a man's name. And
Really?
two, because I was like, this is some trash. Like, let's just sell it. Like, this is what a man would write.
Oh my God, that's
But
hilarious.
yeah, no, I mean, listen, in any business that you're in, it doesn't matter. Me as a woman, I could write an email to the vice president of the company. And, my colleague who's a man could write the same email. I'm getting
Yeah.
treated different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My response is going
Right
to
off
be
the bat.
different. So it's
Yeah.
like, why not just use, I mean, if they're not ever going to see me or meet me, especially in the old days, you just pass off a script and it's gone. They don't need to know I'm a woman.
So when you went to school, when you went to Tisch, did you ever want to be in front of the camera, or have you always been like a writer? And like,
I
I mean,
mean,
or did you just follow the vibes? Like, yeah,
I feel like I've always been like a writer, but I mean like I mean maybe I could be an actress, but I mean I don't know. I'm not
you could.
100% sure.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
could.
people transition all
Yeah.
the time. Sometimes you're like, I've had a coach that was in front of the camera and then went behind the camera, or vice versa. Or, like he was a director and then he went in front of the camera. So I mean, I was just curious about that. Like, I didn't know if you've always loved. You said you've always loved to write, though, right? Since you
Yeah,
were
I
little.
mean I love to sing. I love to all the Broadway shows I can. All that jam. But I mean I don't sing in the car with Jordan Sparks, I'll tell you that.
Does she get recognized when you guys are hanging out, or is she like kind of keep it low key? Because I,
Sometimes she does, but most of the places that we go, like, it's not going to be a place where we're going to have like issues,
yeah,
Yeah.
But like, there have been times like where I just like saw her in concert in Epcot and like, yeah, they were all waiting for her. And she
yeah,
was like, oh my God, is someone behind me? Is someone behind me? I'm like, I'm behind you. I got this. Like, don't
yeah,
worry. Like, no one's going to grab nothing. I got
Yeah.
this. So, like,
yeah.
sometimes, yeah. I mean, honestly, we wear face masks everywhere we go to. Like, there's, but when she's not like made up or glammed up, like most people don't like,
Yeah,
I
she's
mean,
just a
but
regular
there have
girl.
definitely been times like, but nobody cared. And when we were in Antigua, nobody cared. Like nobody really cares.
I don't,
Oh, nice.
I need to go on a vacation.
I highly suggest vacations. Vacations are for everybody.
Yeah,
You can come here.
I know you always invite.
I'm gonna go there for sure. I'll
Yes.
see you, Gabby.
Come
I'm
here.
gonna be there. Yeah, I want to go where you're going.
In the Yucatan. Yeah, Gabby like travels the world. She's
I
like all
know.
over
I
the
want to
place.
be Gabby.
I know, right?
Her Instagram is much more lit than mine. I'm just
Oh,
pretending to
thank
be
you guys.
sexy on mine.
Oh. You guys are so beautiful. I do have a question. Okay, so going back, script writing. How did you get into script writing? So,
Yeah.
because a lot of people are into novels or like fiction
Oh
based,
my
like you.
God, because I wanted to make money and novels don't make any money, guys.
There you
I mean, I'm not stupid and I am half Jewish. No, when I went to Tisch, like I knew that when I was in high school, I'd already started writing. Like when I was in sixth grade, I wrote like this whole story in a composition notebook about, which is ironic as fuck, about two sisters who did not know each other that ended up meeting in an orphanage and like have a beautiful life together. Okay.
Wow.
What?
So yeah, in a
And you're
composition
like
notebook.
living it now.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to be a writer, so I applied early decision to Tisch and I sent them like literally excerpts from my journal. I never had written a script before. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was
Yeah.
like, let me try. And I mean, my first scripts were not great. They weren't. I mean,
Yeah.
one of my mentors is Jerry Abrams, and he used to run Cypress Point Productions. I mean, his kids are much more famous than him. J.J. Abrams is his son,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then Gracie Abrams is his granddaughter. But I mean, he's been reading me. He's 87 now. He's been reading me for like 27 years. And when I
Wow.
sent him this script, he wrote back, I've never been so proud of you in my life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
because I
Oh,
cool.
wrote trash before. I mean, like when you learn, you can learn how to write and you can learn how to write for Lifetime or for TV or for whatever, because they want the same thing constantly.
Yeah.
When you like go to do something that your soul tells you to do, it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah. It is a
I
whole
consider
different
this my
thing.
opus.
This is
it
your,
is. It
wow.
is.
Oh, I have
It
a
really
second, I have
is.
another project I'm going to do that I think will be really good too. And it'll be more popular, but this is like my opus. This is something I feel deeply connected to. And so does Jordan. Like we will literally hoe out for this. Like we're
Yeah.
like, please read us. We're in your DMs. We're
No,
in your
but
comment section. Like we will be in your Twitter feed. Like we
yeah.
will be everywhere. We believe in this that much.
So how does that work? Like as like a screenwriter, and then you have like a partner in crime who's, well recognized, and like, and then now you've got it. You spent like what, 5, 6 years like creating it and, doing all the research and writing it and like fine tuning it. So now what? Like now what's the next step? Because I'm always interested in that. Because it's like
So now
I've
it's like
done.
this. No
Go ahead.
one's gonna, I'm sorry, finish.
No, yeah, I was gonna say like I do on camera work, and I know that I'm just kind of like the very last piece. There's like it's like or I'm sorry, it's like an iceberg. Like the actor is like the just the tip of the iceberg. There's just like this giant mass of just all kinds of like people, and
At least
that.
you know and understand that. You know how many people are like, when's it going to be out? When's
Yeah.
it going to be out? I don't know. Could be 10 years. You guys want to hold your breath? Like, everybody
Yeah.
calm down.
Yeah.
Um, Basically, what we're doing now is we need to attach. If we can attach people and we can get female-run studios to read us,
Yeah.
then we can get some basis. So, our biggest attachment obviously is Jordan is our first attachment. My friend is Reed Morano, who I would love to direct, but obviously, when you make attachments, it's about timing. So, if her schedule will allow and the budget is right for her, she'll be in. And she directed The Handmaid's Tale. She's incredibly talented. We both went to NYU and we both moved to LA together and then moved back to New York because we realized we had made a mistake.
LA is very expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, so's New York
No,
City.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Both have different vibes though, but
The
go ahead.
vapid culture in LA, but I
Yeah.
love it, so it doesn't matter. And then, I mean, right now, I can tell you that Halle Berry, her company, Halle Holly, is reading us, and we want her to play the role of Pamela.
Oh,
And we literally got her because Jordan sent her a tweet.
Wow. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
so you guys
Right.
are
Viola
really just
Davis is
knocking
reading
on doors.
us. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Listen, if we can figure out a way to use social media to benefit
Oh yeah.
us,
Yeah.
we're gonna do it. So we keep putting up posts on Instagram, which I'm guessing is how you guys found us too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We just yeah, so it's working. You see what I mean? Like we've been invited to be panelists at Comic-Con. We haven't even made a movie yet. So what we're doing is working.
Yeah.
And if we can get it all together, then we can get an agent involved to seal the deal. But like, why involve somebody right now if like you're not
Yeah.
really gonna be on our side? And you're just
Right.
looking at dollar signs. We're looking at
Yeah.
who can tell this story the best. We just
Yeah.
put all of our, this is, I mean, Jordan has a son. This is my child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Son.
And you can tell the writing is so beautifully well written and you can just everything that happens, you can tell it's well researched. You can tell you're living it because you really are. You guys really lived this and you guys really interviewed all of these women and you're telling the story. Like you can see your soul in this. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
thank
I
you.
do expect whenever it comes like on the big screens for the cast and the production company, even the music, it should be as
Girl, we're gonna have a soundtrack.
it
Oh
needs
my
to
gosh.
be top.
There's
Like,
definitely going to be a soundtrack with a bunch of songs that Jordan has written, and then a bunch of people who are just all women. All women.
Yeah,
That's what we're trying to
I
do.
love that.
yeah, I
So
love that
we did
too.
interview 12 men also, just for shits and giggles, and all of those men were diagnosed within 3 months of whatever they had.
No. Oh,
So
Wow.
I was like, I'll just interview a couple men just for fun. Let's see.
oh my
Disappointing.
God. That is
What it like
disappointing.
what was disappointing? Like it's just
I mean, like
How,
for
the
women
rapid
to be,
response.
for women to have autoimmune diseases that are not diagnosed within 3 to 5 years, and the amount of suffering and pain and the damage that it takes on your body. But for men to go to the doctor and get diagnosed
mm,
within a few weeks or a few months,
hmm.
it's
Most
because
women get
we're always
gaslighted.
told it's in our head. It's
Yeah,
in your
yeah,
head.
yeah,
Maybe you should take some bipolar medicine because
Yeah.
yeah.
that makes us more money.
Yeah. I am at a point in my life where like I just don't want to be poked and prodded anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to just have peace. I just want to live my life. I don't want to put it I know I have to get rid of the beef organs, okay? Like that will be step 1.
You just got to do one blood test, a full hormone panel, and then see what you're missing. And if you still have a uterus, you need to take estrogen with progesterone so it doesn't cause you any problems.
Yeah.
Me, I have no uterus, so I just eat progesterone.
My gosh. Wow, wow. Okay, so no kids? Like I mean you're no, yeah.
Zero, the body is tight.
I actually was not going to have kids when I met my husband. I was not, we were, neither one of us were going to have kids. And it might have been tied to some trauma. And we decided to have a kid and then three later. But like in my next life, I think I might choose not to have kids in my
I'm
next
gonna die alone with my cats with all my cash.
life. And you're going to go on lots more vacations.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna be on private islands more.
exactly.
That's very cool. So I don't know. I lost my train of thought. This always
That's
happens to
okay.
me. This
It'll
always
come back.
happens.
It's perimenopause. I don't think the beef organs are working.
Oh
Who's
my God.
sweating? It's me. I'm
Oh my
sweating,
God.
guys. Oh, whew. Take it
Yeah.
off this cute coat.
Also, I love the story about what I mean, you can't really talk much about it, so I won't.
No.
But
You
yeah,
can.
yeah. Well, it was postpartum depression, right? On one of the
Yeah,
babies.
yeah. With
Yeah.
Joy,
Yeah.
where she, her baby.
Yeah.
So
You
that
know?
was a throwback to an Amy Tan novel called The Joy Luck Club. I don't know if you guys have seen that
I
movie.
have, yeah.
Okay, so if you remember in the movie,
I think,
in the
yeah.
book, she has an abortion, but in the movie, they wouldn't show an abortion. So they had her drown her baby. So I was like throwing it back to Amy Tan
Wow.
because that
Okay.
inspired me. So like there's I'm
Love it.
obsessed with Taylor Swift and like I love that she puts Easter eggs in things.
Yeah.
My whole life is an Easter egg. Like I promise you that there's so many little things and hints everywhere. Even in this podcast, there's an Easter egg. It's not for you guys, but it's for someone else.
Okay.
Oh
I
my
was like, I
God.
didn't catch it.
I think I just found the title of the podcast.
Yeah.
Look for the Easter eggs, baby. Look for the Easter
Oh,
eggs.
I love it. I love it. I just like I love your energy and your confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you really need to have that though too when you're like pitching people and like putting
Yeah,
I mean you're
otherwise, when people say no, you'll be like really sad.
yeah, and it's like a whole thing. Like there's rejection is a part of it, whether you're an actor, a writer, a director, I mean everything like across the
Yeah, and
board,
we're
being a
definitely getting
creative.
rejected too. We're definitely getting rejected.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, the people who reject you, but they reject you and they've really gotten your story and loved it, but they're just not making that type of project, those people really send me to the sky. And then people who absolutely miss the mark, especially if it's women, because there have been some women who literally just don't get that hormones are the main character and why don't you just have one character? Like one lady at Universal literally offered us a book to read to help us with our screenwriting. It was so offensive.
What?
It's like you don't even know us. Like you don't
Yeah.
know and you clearly didn't get it. So you're the kind of woman who just makes the same project and that's good. We don't need to work with that.
Would you
Yeah.
guys ever make it yourselves? You know what I'm saying? Would you, I mean, because I think that there
We
are
both have
some
no
writers
idea
that
how to
do
do
that.
that.
You like, what?
We have no idea how to do that. I mean, we could
Like
try and like
crowd.
we've met with some other studios that are very small and that would do GoFundMe's and Kickstarters and yada yada
Yeah.
and try to figure it out. So yeah, we would do that. It's just that we're gonna shoot our shot first,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exhausting all avenues first, and then we'll come back and see if there's no other avenue, you know, because maybe this project also isn't the first project that's supposed to go. Maybe this is to get the foot in the door and like my second project goes, and then I can come back and make my baby. I have no idea how it's going to work out, but I
Yeah.
just know that I would rather have a good attitude about it than be a sourpuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very easy to get caught up in your head and like, go to that negative space. It's like you have to really work on staying one foot in front of the other and staying focused because it's the rejection can make you bitter a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I just had this conversation with my husband last night. I was like, there's a moment in my life that's something that's happening and I'm like, I feel like I'm teetering on that like little bit of like we all get there where you're like you got rejected and then you're like teetering towards a little bit being bitter like why isn't it me, why isn't it my time, and then it's like no, stop, just like what you were saying, maybe this is the path I'm supposed to be on because it's going to get me to where I need to be and I have to go through this and move through it in order to be on the other side and then enjoy like what I'm supposed to be doing, and so I think people get frustrated, they're not patient, they
Yeah.
want it to happen right now. So I love that perspective. It's like, this is my baby. This is my opus. Like, I'm going to shoot my shot and then, like, see where it takes me. Gabby and I've talked about this before. It's like, you can't hold yourself back. You just have to keep moving forward.
If you stop moving forward, you miss every shot you don't take. So
Yeah.
it's like, why wouldn't you shoot your shot? That
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Plus, rejection is protection
Yeah.
sometimes, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
And
true.
sometimes you reject people too, because we
Yes.
reject some
Yeah.
people, and I'm like, I don't feel the vibe on that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you're just like, that's not for us.
I'm a people pleaser. It's very hard. I'm sorry. I'm like a people pleaser in recovery. It's like, I'm like,
So
it's
you're on the healing journey, is
I
what
am
I'm
on the
hearing.
healing journey, yes. And so, and then also struggling with a little bit of confidence, I mean, but I've figured out that like if you're not confident in yourself, then how are other people going to be confident in you? So you really have to like, and finding the positives, like everybody's got trauma, everybody's got things that they're going through, but you have to keep moving through and keep treating people with kindness, like I have a real big problem when people like they just are just assholes, and it's like, well,
Welcome to
like
50% of the population.
I
Yeah.
know.
You just gotta, thank you, next.
Yeah,
Sorry, asshole. Boom.
yeah, yeah,
I
Next.
think that me almost dying has helped me have the attitude I have because
yeah,
for me to like be, I was 2 years bedridden. I didn't work. I was broke. I had to move a bunch of times because I literally went bankrupt in America with the medical system here. And I was paying like $1,200 a month for fucking health insurance.
Wow.
Yeah, because I'm self-employed, so it's your own shit. So
Yeah,
like I really like think that like almost dying and like now realizing that I'm better, I feel better and I feel good. And like the only important thing really is your health. Like all the other shit is these like nuanced like hamster wheel that we've been put on in our society. You know what I mean? Like
sure.
because
Yeah,
if you have your health, you don't have shit if you don't have your health.
yeah,
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like that sort of helped me realize like because I had to go through all that to even have this movie. To have
yeah,
Quiet Storm, I had to go through all that shit. If
yeah,
I didn't go through any of that shit, this wouldn't even exist. We wouldn't even be on this call.
yeah.
Gabby and I have been texting for like a month. Like,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be friends. Like,
Oh my God.
everything happens for a reason. So, like,
Yeah.
for me, it's like when the universe talks to me now, I'm fucking listening. I'm
Yeah,
answering the phone when the universe is talking to me. Like, I no longer ignore red flags. I no longer ignore subtle changes. Like, it's if the universe is saying to you, this isn't it, then it's because it's not it. And that's okay. It's
yeah,
not because it's you. It's
yeah,
because something else is coming. And if you're fucking patient, you can see it. And I mean, 2 years not getting out of my bed. Fucking
yeah.
terrible.
That is terrible. I'm
Yeah.
so glad that you're better. Like, I'm so
Me
glad that you're
fucking
in.
too.
Yeah.
Me fucking too.
And that you took all of that and wrote put it down on a book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
also it's going to be a really great example for other women and for other women to know they're not alone, you know? They're
I
not
think that
fighting
that's a
this
big
by
sign.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just because nobody talks about like before you got in, me and Jocelyn were talking all about menopause and
Yeah.
perimenopause. Like
Yeah.
nobody
Hmm.
talks about this shit.
No.
Nobody's like, oh, the doctor said this, and this, because it's like it's so taboo to even go to the doctor about it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
doctors will just ignore you. Like, so it's
Yeah.
like these subjects need to be talked about. Like, we're 50% or more of the population. Like, we need to talk about what happens to every single one of us.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's important for everybody, whether old or young, you need to know what's going on. And if any of these symptoms can relate to what you're going through, and you're not alone. There are other people, and I love that about it because it's so relatable. It's so relatable.
Hmm.
I
So,
mean, yeah, because we start this when we're prepubescent, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
yeah.
like right after the 90s, they started putting RGBH in milk and like
Yep.
women were getting breast faster and
Yep.
going through and becoming, young girls were becoming
Menstruation. Yeah.
yeah, faster, 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 faster. And it's like we're literally sold a lie by all these corporations that you should drink milk with hormones in it, but you should never take bioidentical progesterone or estrogen to relieve your symptoms.
Right.
It's insane.
See,
It's
there's your brain, Jocelyn.
I'm like, they're
She's like thinking
I'm
about
trying
it.
to deprogram you, girl. I'm deprogramming you.
that's so funny. Go ahead,
Question.
Gabby.
Sorry.
Yeah. No,
Out
I'm
of all of those
processing.
stories, how did you pick the ones that, I mean, how'd you pick
Yeah.
them all?
I wanted everything to be incredibly diverse. That was the first thing. I
It
knew
is.
that I wanted to go from like like puberty to menopause. I knew that that
Yeah.
was the arc because that's literally like when hormones show up for us is like
Hmm.
right when we're about to go through puberty. And every woman who who had menopause to talk to me said that it dies down around then. So like I
Yeah.
was like, okay. So this is the beginning and the end. So what stories do I want to tell? And I was like, I want to tell the story and I want it to be really inclusive.
Yeah.
So I first did Samantha, who's a prepubescent teenager who ends up being put on birth control pills. And then I worked my way into her best friend who becomes a trans woman. Because I was like, if you're willing to shoot yourself up with these fucking hormones and like you're like willing to do this, like you're a woman. So let's
Yeah.
just like talk about you. Like
Yeah.
that's some shit. Like nobody wants to go through what we go through for fun. It's not
No.
great. It's not
Right.
great,
Yeah.
right?
They signed
Yeah.
up for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
If you
you want to
didn't,
put
yeah.
these injections in, let's talk about this because
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is some shit. So, and then I was like, Jordan had a lot of postpartum and she was really into wanting to tell a postpartum story. So we did. And I was like, I think we should do an IVF story
Mhm.
because when you're donor conceived, women who donate eggs are like a big thing. And I really wanted to talk to them. And I did. And I wanted that story to be told.
Yeah.
And then when we did, the last character, I got really obsessed with Pamela Anderson's autobiography.
Okay.
That's why we named the character Pamela, because all
Pamela.
she does is talk about menopause. And I was like, damn, Pamela, I just was going to read you because I liked you, but you're giving me the vibes to write about you. So, like, I definitely wrote as much as I could from her book because she's just so positive about like her whole situation now. And she's so well read.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
think people don't realize like that. I mean, this she's quoting Pablo Neruda and shit. I'm like, oh my God, Pamela Anderson, you're so smart. Like, nobody
Yeah.
knows this. And I was like, I want to tell this story of like, what it's like to be menopausal and to like not give a fuck anymore. And
Right.
she seems to be at that place. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell a little Pamela story. So I read a bunch of people's autobiographies too to
Oh,
help.
that's really cool.
Yeah. I remember this like gal that I work with. I work at a resort on the side and she was like, "You're how old?" And I told her and she was like, "Oh my God, I thought you would be like, younger." And I was like, "No, I'm perimenopausal. I'm like
Yeah,
I'm
but you look sexy.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
thank you. But I remember the advice that she gave me though. She's like, if you're perimenopausal, she's like, just remember, like if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. And I was like, oh my God. And I was just like,
But if you take hormones, you're not gonna lose it.
and I remember a conversation with my husband where he was just like, I get really irritated with him too, because he's like, oh, is
Well,
it
he's a
that
man, so I'm
is
sure
it
he's
that
irritating
time? Oh, and
anyway.
he's like full dude with a capital D. Like he's like one of those guys. And that's okay. I picked him. I'm gonna keep him. But and he was just like, "Oh, I see that we're getting a little feisty. Like it might be your time." And I was like, "Do you want me to throw punch you? Because I am like, like do not like make me feel bad, And I finally recognized that like it's okay, like this is all of me. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like there's going to be weeks where I'm like happy and I'm fine. And then there's going to be weeks where like I'm probably want to like throat punch everybody around me? But it's like the hormones and people don't talk about that. They just want to like put it
No, and
underneath
if
the
they
rug.
do, it's in a way to be condescending to you because the patriarchy
Exactly.
throws it in your face like,
Or
oh, you
gaslight
got
you. Yeah.
hormones. Like if men got their periods, could
Oh
you
my
Oh my
God.
imagine? And men went
God.
through menopause, could you imagine the level of study, the medicine? They can't get boners. You got 25 choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I said to
Nobody
him,
wants your 3 hour boner, buddy, but cool. We'll just
yeah.
keep suffering.
He like melted down about something, and I'm not trying to throw him underneath the bus, but he is like,
Too late.
and he like melted down about something, and I was like, well, what's your excuse? Like, I mean, like, I feel like, men do have like points in their time in their month, like where they just like melt down. And I'm like, I'm not making you feel bad about it, like, so don't make me feel bad about it. And I say it to my boys, I've got 3 boys, and I'm like very upfront with things. I'm like, listen, and one of them's texting me right now. I'm like, listen, I'm like, I right now am a little bit right here. Like my energy and like my like tolerance level is down here. And so like I apologize. Like, but like right now, like what you did and what you said is unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I try to be really upfront with them. Or if I have anxiety about something, I'm like, hey, it's not you. I'm having anxiety. It's being elevated by my hormones of where I'm at my monthly, stuff that's happening. And I'm very real with them because I don't want to hide anything from them. And
No,
so
and you're raising men, so you have to
yeah.
raise them to be able to be conducive, to be around women. I mean, this is the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah. So that
Yeah,
and my
I think so
oldest is
too.
very understanding. Like he definitely is grounded and he definitely looks at women in a different way. Complete polar opposites of my husband, which is hilarious, but they still get along. So that's good. It's good that they can get along, but it's interesting. Um it's interesting being a mom raising sons. You know what I'm
Raising
saying?
men is definite hard job because I mean, I'm sure that we've all had some men in our lives who didn't seem like they got raised too well. And so
Oh yeah.
it's
I
pretty challenging. You got to really work hard, especially with men, because they're living in a society where they're literally taught that they're better and that their value is higher always. And that's just not the way it should be.
yeah.
And I mean, we're living in a really fucked up climate in America right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
That's
We
true.
definitely are. And I always said to my kids when they were younger too, I was like, listen, it's okay to move through your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like what's not okay is holding it inside and not
Hmm.
moving through it and letting it out and letting it go. And whatever that means to you, if that means crying, screaming, like punching a pillow, like if you don't process those emotions, like it's just going to get stuck. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
super healthy to tell boys too, because a lot of the times they're made fun of for crying or showing emotion. And that's really the biggest problem with our society is that men are told that they're too feminine when they actually learn to regulate themselves.
Yeah.
So they're forced into deregulation, and women are literally just ignored.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a lack of empathy from their part because they can't show emotion, right? And
Hmm.
so why would they even like listen to us crying when all they've heard is you can't cry, that's for sissies or whatnot.
I love a guy who cries, honestly.
Me too.
That's
I know.
if
And
I
a
see
guy
a
who
guy
cries,
cry,
make sure you have more than one orgasm. That's what happens with a guy
oh
who
my God.
cries.
If I see a guy crying, I cry. Like it's like literally,
If
like
I
it's
see
just
anyone crying, I'm
instant.
crying. If I see anyone throwing up, I'm throwing up.
That's funny.
Oh my
You're so
God.
funny. You're so funny. I like your energy is like intoxicating. It's like, it's like
It's
hard to,
empowering.
Well, I've had
yeah,
two leaves, guys.
you're funny.
I love it. Um, Question. It's okay. I don't know which one to ask though.
I mean, we've got time. Ask them all.
We do. I'm just gonna insert something really quickly. I just have to
Yeah.
tell you that like we're talking about hormones, like
Mhm.
perimenopause, like memory. Like I am like
Oh
I
my
there's
God.
been so many times I've left the stove on. Gabby and I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I
And
heard
like
on one of your podcasts you talking about leaving the stove on while you're in the middle of cooking. So
yeah.
I definitely heard that one.
And I literally was like in the moment, like having this conversation with you, and I was like, did I turn the stove off? Because I
You
definitely
need to
made
go check. Go check.
no, I texted my middle and I was like,
Okay.
check the
Yeah. Please check
stove.
to make sure the stove is
And
off.
he
Yeah.
wrote back, right? He wrote
Yeah,
back?
he just said it's
Okay.
off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like I'm multiple times like I'm walking the dog and I'm like, did I make something? Did I like leave the house? Like did I put something on the stove? No, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I didn't. And it's like I'm not going crazy. It's
You're
just
not.
it's the hormones, or like I have
Yeah.
these like I'm thinking about something and all of a sudden it's like poof, it's gone. And I'm like, "Oh my God. What's happening?" It's nuts.
Someone's getting a blood panel and someone's going to send
Yeah.
you an email with those results.
Okay,
Do
You gotta
Gabby,
send her the email.
eeny, meeny,
that
miny, mo, which
email.
one are you gonna ask?
Okay. Well, first I want to comment that I love the way that you've woven like all the characters into one another's
I
like
love it when we
it's
say nice things about my
beautiful. It was
work.
beautiful. I was just like, oh my God, this is so beautifully written. Um, why how did you come up with that? It's beautiful.
You mean to get them all back together?
Yeah, like
It's got
how
to be
Okay.
you
challenging.
started
So
here and then you
here
and
we
then
go. Okay, that was not the original script. They don't get back together in the theater in the original script at all. It's just everybody's story and like a past play to each character.
Yeah.
yeah.
We entered like a bunch of writing competitions and everybody was super depressed. In all their coverage, they were like, "What happened to Joy? We don't see Joy anymore. Like
Oh
it's so
no.
sad. Like where are these ladies? Like what's going on?" So Jordan and I were talking, and in most of our writers' meetings, it's just us talking about how we feel. And I was like, "What if we bring everybody together at Pamela's show?" And I was like, because it could be like layered. It could
Hmm.
be like art brings everybody together, which is something I completely believe in. Like
Yeah.
look at all this. This is what's bringing them together, art. And I was like, and it could be a oneer. And she like knows what those shots are too, because she's like an actress. So she's
Right.
like, oh, a oneer would be so cool. I'm like, yes. And then everybody could be in it. And like, we don't need a lot of dialogue or to see everybody doing, but just to know that everybody's cool, they're all well, and they're all together. Like, what do you think about that? I was like, because people just seem to like think we're like kind of a downer. And she was like, I love it. So we rewrote it, and then that's what we've been shopping.
Oh my
That's very cool.
God, I love it. I
That was
love it
not
because
our
it's
original, though.
so beautifully woven in.
I love that you say that. That makes me feel
Oh
so
my
good.
What's
God.
a oneer for some people that like
Okay,
don't
so
know
a
what that
oneer is when
is?
the camera comes out, and for that whole sequence, it's like 5 pages, 5, 6 minutes. The camera is going for the whole five. There's no
Yeah.
cuts. It's just the
Oh,
camera is going from one place in the theater to another place in the theater to
okay.
another place in the theater. You're
Oh
just
wow.
following Pamela's son as he sees things. So you're seeing what he sees. And so the camera is just one. The studio, the TV show on Apple, they did a great episode called The Oneer about a oneer with Sarah Polly. Oh my
Okay.
God, check it out. It's
Okay.
like, so everybody has to be doing the right shit because you get one take. That's
Yeah.
it.
Wow. That's incredible.
Like Birdman, right? I think Birdman was shot like that, right?
I maybe with the maybe possibly.
Like,
I'm
I
not
haven't
sure.
seen Birdman in a long time, but I'm sure that there's probably a oneer in there.
Yeah.
Not the whole thing, but like, yes, there's got to be because eventually you have to stop. But they did the whole episode called The Oneer was 28 minutes long and it was all one shot. It's all the oneer. So the
Wow.
show's about a oneer and they're filming it as a oneer.
Wow.
Yeah, that show's fucking brilliant. I wish I wrote it.
Are there other projects that you've worked on that like you wrote on and that you were a part of that like you know are happy with? I know you said that there's some that you're not, but
I mean,
like
like 20 years ago, sure, but that was also a time before the 2008 Writers Guild strike where we didn't get credit. So some shows that I would love to talk about, I never even got credit on. And then I
wow.
marched in 2008, the first Writers Guild strike, to make sure that everyone could get credit.
Yeah. It's amazing to me that like in this day and age that like, you know, people aren't getting the credit. They're not getting the pay. They're not getting the support, you know,
I mean, we're
that they
still in a
need.
very male-based world in film.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, if you look at even the Oscars, like where are all the female directors? Where are all the female
Yeah.
producers? Like where are they? Because like
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in touch with all I know all female directors, right? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
we don't know them. Like we're not nominating them. They didn't make nothing.
Yeah. I actually worked on a student film that we were talking about earlier, and it was the second one was a female director, and she was great, and she was so young, and like I loved her script, and it was definitely I could see she wrote it and directed it because it was a part of like her schooling, you know, and
That's so cool.
yeah, she was from Miami-Dade and and it was you could tell just like you, she had poured her heart and soul into it. You know what I'm saying? And then she said that the character that I was based off of was her mom. You know, so it was like, wow, that's like so cool. Like the whole that's why it's so interesting because it's like anybody can have an idea about something, but then like the whole process of it, you know, and how it all unfolds and then, you know, hearing about how you guys just got in a hotel room and just started, you know, hammering things out and then
Yeah,
and
for
then
hours.
yeah and then how it's taken you 5 or 6 years you know to create something and that you need to have patience and it takes time and I think sometimes creatives in general we get impatient with things because we want it now you know.
I had been there for weeks and had written zero things, zero things. And so when I met her and we ended up going back and writing, we all had to go to a dinner that night. We were all going to the same dinner. And I was like, you guys, I'm just gonna take a quick shower. Like, I'll be back. And like they were in my living room. Like we had like apartments in this place.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the shower and I'm thinking, did I just write a fucking movie with Jordan Sparks? Like, what am I doing? Like, is this happening? Like,
Yeah.
are they outside like waiting to have dinner with me? Like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
what is this? And then I came, I got my shit together and they were there. So I was like, yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
real.
Well,
That is
and
so cool.
I think we've talked about this before too, that sometimes it just takes a little bit of luck and timing. You know what I'm saying? And like if you give
Timing
up,
is everything.
yeah, timing is everything. And like you said, putting yourself out there and just letting the rejection just sort of like wash off you and just one foot in front of the other and just keep going. And if you don't do it, then you're never gonna ever get to where you need to be able to enjoy what you're doing, you know?
Timing is everything in life too. It's not
Yeah.
just business, it's in life. Like we were supposed to meet today. That's what
Yeah.
the universe said because you're not supposed to take beef organs anymore. Like this is the
We're
I'm dead
back to the
ass. Like
beef organs.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like I'm back to beef organs, but I'm just saying, like timing is that. Like timing is for love. Timing is for
Yeah.
everything in your life is about timing. So if it's not the right time, like it's not the right time. Like if
Oh,
there are
it's
people like
like,
you, because you can seriously look at other people's careers and be like, oh, I didn't peak at 25. Who gives a shit?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
had nothing good to say at 25. That's
Yeah.
why I wasn't famous then.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I just want to make some money and like have people know my stories. I don't even
Yeah.
like want to be rich or famous. Like
Right.
I just want people to connect. I
Yeah.
made something and I want my art to affect people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think when you make art and you want it to affect somebody, it's the same as like showing up in the right mindset in your life,
Hmm.
you know? I
Yeah.
mean, listen, when we're all healing and we're trying to fix everything that's wrong with us, usually what happens is good things start to happen to you
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're no longer fucked up anymore.
Yeah. That's
And you can
like,
accept everything,
yeah.
all the
Yeah.
positivity.
But you have to move through it and you have to go through it though and you have to process it. I was just like that when I referenced being like that borderline, like being like bitter, like I put in for a promotion and I didn't get it. I got passed up and I was like, I wonder if it went to a guy. You know what I'm saying? Or like, who did
I
it
would
go to?
always wonder that. That
Yeah.
messed me up too.
Yeah. And then I was like, this was like, I was like, oh, I'm in it. Like, I'm in it to win it. Like, this is going to happen. And then it didn't happen. I was crushed. Like, I ugly cried for a day. Then I was like, screw this. Like,
I
how do
bet
I
you're a pretty crier, just want to say.
Oh, stop it.
He is.
It's
He is.
and so I was like, how do I pivot? What do I need to do next? How do I need, to make a better decision? What's my next play? Like, how am I going to do this? And, not giving up. And then I also had like a download where I was like, you know what? Like you said, it wasn't the right time. It was like there's something better, or there's going to be a better time that it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen at a better time,
Or you
And
thought that you wanted it and you don't realize you dodged a bullet because what you thought you wanted, if you ended up getting it, you would have been like, I can't believe I struggled to get this. This is bullshit. I hardly make any more money than I did before. Look at all these responsibilities. Like sometimes you get saved from thinking you want something
yeah.
that you may not really want.
And
Yeah.
sometimes you end up doing something that you never even thought that you were going to do. Like I set out to be a voice actor and started voice acting, and then I started taking on camera classes to support another friend of mine who was trying to follow their dream and ended up really liking it. And I just ended up just doing it. And it's like, are there people that are out there better? Yes. Do I want my name on a marquee? Absolutely not. I just want to work. I just want to be on set. I want to be around people. I want to feel the energy. I just want to have fun. I don't care if it's a student film or an indie film or a
Well, when we make
commercial.
Quiet Storm, you're welcome to come and join, babe. 250 a day for extras, girl. Give you a little
I'm
money.
in. I love doing extra work. I don't know why. If I lived closer to like Orlando area, I would do way more extra work because I love it. And people, they have full-time jobs being
You get your
Extras,
background
yeah.
SAG
and
card if you get a
extras.
line. Yeah, come on,
Yeah,
girl.
I
We
know.
got you.
I know. So anyways, but like I remember feeling like getting off of like a commercial shoot and I was like, oh my God, my heart is like literally singing. You know what I'm saying? And we had a friend of ours that like we just wanted to just, take time to do what he really wanted to do and he didn't have a chance to do it. And it's like now it's like moving forward. It's like and going into 2026, I'm like that I'm gonna like there's no holding back. We are fucking doing it. Like whatever it is, whatever comes to my mind, I'm doing it. And I'm not gonna hold back because don't be scared. Just do it. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, you're not hurting yourself. Like,
The
go
worst thing
for
that
it.
could happen is people say no or they don't like it. Who gives a shit? You
Yeah.
have to keep going because
Yeah.
you miss 100% of the chances you do not take.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So why hold yourself back?
Yeah. I know.
I just
Like
Like, yeah.
we're
remember
women, we've been told
Ariana
no so
Grande.
many fucking times.
Exactly. So
Do
just
you ever,
thank you next.
what do you do about writer's block? Did you have like, do you have moments where you're kind of like, okay, I had this
So I'll be
idea and it's not
honest.
unfolding?
I don't write every day. So like
Okay.
I've known people who force themselves to write every day, and those people, to my knowledge, are not good writers.
Okay.
Um, I need to be like really in the mood and I need to be really inspired. And that sometimes means that I get up at like 2 in the morning and write till like 5 and then go back to bed. Like it just
Yeah.
depends. And I never write like if I've been drinking or smoking weed. I don't really do drugs anymore, but still like I don't
Yeah.
everything I'm pure for the writing. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I don't want to say I've never had writer's block. I've had times where I don't know what I want to write about. That's the block. But if
Okay.
I know what I want to write about and it's in my brain,
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
Yeah. It comes out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes people that want to write or want to have the time to take time to like write, like sometimes like they stop themselves. It's just like our friend, like they want to act or they want to do this or they want to like we've had this conversation, like people want to do something, they're inspired to do it, but then they don't do it and then they get in their head and
They
they hold
become their
themselves
own
back.
obstacles.
Yeah, they become their own obstacles.
I
I don't
Yeah.
think
refuse to be my own obstacle.
I think Stephanie's
Refuse.
nobody's obstacle. I think she's just like you just go right through.
I would say that I'm an acquired taste. Those
I
who
love it.
acquire me seem to like it.
Yeah. You're an inspiration,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Oh, you
for
guys are so
sure.
nice. This is definitely making me feel really good. This is better than therapy. And it didn't cost me anything but some time.
On Valentine's Day. So
Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
on
Oh yeah,
Valentine's
happy
Day.
Valentine's Day,
Happy
girls.
Valentine's
Just me and my
Day.
two cats celebrating while you guys have
Aw.
husbands.
Yeah.
Congrats on that, guys.
Thank you.
I didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. Let's just be real. I'm like, my husband's like, Happy Valentine's Day. I'm like, Happy Valentine's Day. Like, there's a part of me that just kind of like I just don't buy into all the stuff,
I
Like,
mean, you should eat chocolate. You should eat chocolate. That's it.
I
Because
made home, I made homemade brownies last night.
oof, that
Ooh.
sounds really good.
Yeah, they were really good. I actually this morning actually had a brownie. I was like, you know what? Today's the day that I'm gonna have a brownie for breakfast with my coffee. And I did, and I enjoyed it and I loved it. And I
You
feel like
should.
I feel like we should all live our lives that way every day.
Yeah,
Like if you want to
every
have a
single day if
brownie,
possible.
have a
Eat the
brownie.
brownie.
Eat the brownie. Have it with your coffee and enjoy it, even if it's breakfast time. So I want like we're winding down and I want to have the fun question, but Gabby,
I
I
love
feel
fun
like
questions.
did you
Gabby
have
has
like
more questions.
I feel like Gabby
Oh,
had a second question that she didn't while I'm looking
yeah,
for
but
my fun
going
stuff.
back to your script. Okay, so when you interviewed all these women, were you ever, because I was reading your script and I was literally angry at the doctors that were gaslighting, right? Were you
Gaslighting.
ever angry at listening to these stories, but not obviously not at the
So
women.
I'm gonna be really, really honest with you. Arpita Day, that character is
Yeah.
1000% based on me, and every single interaction that I had with doctors, that was all real.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That was all real. So like, I mean, I would like go and have these experiences with these doctors, and then I would come home and write it all down.
Wow.
Wow.
So, and I've left a lot out. And I honestly
It's
too use
worse.
every single doctor's real fucking name.
Yes.
Wow. Now is I have a
Good.
female what?
Good.
Are you
That
like
she used her their names. I mean,
Oh yeah, I use their fucking names.
yeah. Good.
Dr. Aguirre is a real person. He's a fucking piece of shit. And I'll use his name anytime I want to.
I mean, the gaslighting that happened to that character, I mean to you, I mean,
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah. Every
Mhm.
time. Literally, I was in the hospital and they were asking me, do you need psych? Do you need psych? You've had me here for 10 fucking days. You keep diagnosing me with a new thing every day, but you think
Yeah.
like I need psych? Maybe you guys need to operate better.
Yeah.
I watched The Pit. It looks pretty good out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Noah
Yeah.
Wiley would be better than you guys. What the
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck?
I mean I think we can all relate to that though. I mean like I've had experiences and I won't go into details because we don't have enough time. But like I think we've all had those experiences as a woman, from puberty on, and I've had kids, and it's like when the doctors are not on your side. And I have a female OBGYN down here. And it's like there's been plenty of times where I've gone and I'm like, this is not okay. Like I'm asking you to like help me and then your answer is just to write me this script or like to have surgery and I'm like I don't want to do any of that. Like I want another option and they don't they're just not.
Prescribe and procedure. That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
all America has to offer you because that's the only thing that makes money.
Yeah.
And women of color get treated way fucking worse.
Yeah.
Jordan, who's a fucking celebrity, has been in a doctor's office where the doctor, she's the patient, the doctor didn't even speak to her, spoke to her fucking husband, ignored
Oh
What?
her,
my
pretended she
God.
was even in the fucking room.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's terrible.
And we women doctors are just as bad because Gabby can tell you there's women doctors that I use their names too. And they were telling me all kinds of fucked up shit. I had one lady, while my heart rate was 110 beats per minute, and with Graves' disease, you're so skinny, your hair's all falling out, like you're a nervous fucking wreck. I had like a hand tremor. This is right before I had a stroke. And I'm like, I think I need radioactive iodine ablation. I don't know when it. She goes, I don't think that you're anxious from Graves' disease. I think you have problems.
Oh my God. She totally gaslit you. Wow, that's
No fucking
crazy.
shit. And she got fired though, so fuck her.
Yeah. God.
Yeah. I wrote a 20-page letter to the hospital that had
Yeah.
me here in Florida, Jackson Memorial, and they gave me a $0 bill after that 20-page letter.
Wow.
Because what does a writer have time to do? Right,
Right.
baby.
Right.
hmm And I was there for 10 days, so I wrote everybody's names down, everything that they fucking said to me. I was giving them quotes and shit. I mean, it was like insane.
Wow.
But look at the lengths you have to go through to even, be considered.
Yeah. I had one nurse too who I was like explaining things to because I'm always honest. And she's like, do you
Right.
smoke? I'm like, I smoke marijuana sometimes, which I don't anymore, which is
Yeah.
sad for me. I wish
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
stop.
it's not really legal in Florida anymore unless you have a
I
doctor's
mean,
note.
I
I
had the
mean,
doctor's thing, but
oh,
I
okay.
just quit because I started feeling better. Like I was using it because I was so symptomatic, and now I'm
Holistic.
not
Yeah.
symptomatic anymore. So I stopped smoking weed, and like I
Yeah.
feel a lot better, and I'm a lot clearer now. And I mean,
Yeah.
some of me wish I didn't because I'm stressed out, and I'd love to eat and smoke a little weed, but I don't anymore. But I was telling her that I've smoked weed before, and she goes, "You know, you can't smoke in here," and I'm like, "That automatically means I can," because that's
Yeah.
just what it means. Like, if you can't smoke in the bathroom, I'm like, that just means I can. Like, what? Like, why the fuck would you say that to me? I'm
Right.
telling you an
Yeah.
honest answer to your question, and you're literally just being rude to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was never my nurse after that day. I probably fired like 10 nurses in there. Like it was just all terrible. All terrible. So
I
women do
mean,
it too.
good.
It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just men, but women are taught the patriarchal version of medicine in this country.
Yeah.
So to expect them to be any different when they've been gaslit themselves into thinking that any woman who shows emotions is terrible, that's, this is the situation we're in. I'll say this. I did have a moment of redemption with one female doctor that is not in the movie. Her name is Dr. Lee. Shout out to Dr. Lee. When I first met her, she was a primary care. I was very upset. I was full blown Graves' disease. I was explaining to her all this shit. She was incredibly dismissive. She did not want to hear from me. So our appointment was over and I switched to a different doctor. That doctor also pissed me off. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going back to Dr. Lee. And Dr. Lee, after we had come to this conclusion that like she understood now like we're like besties.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I said to her, now you've learned, like, you have to always take women just because they're emotional and you don't like emotions. That might mean that there's something wrong. There was
Yeah.
something wrong with me when I came to you, and
Yeah.
you just judged me because you didn't like it and you threw me out. I said, but imagine if you could now help other women from meeting me. And we hug and we cry. It's so cute.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I can be forgiving, but it's like a lot of people fucked me. And, the trauma from that is like, because my childhood shit, I'm good on now. I'm 47. I don't think about my mommy and my daddy and all the shit they did to me anymore. But I think about those doctors sometimes.
Yeah.
The
That wasn't
beginning
that long ago.
the beginning part of your story, like with the swim meet and stuff like that, like what was the significance? Like how does that, like, you know what I'm saying? Was that you? Were you like okay.
I
So
swam
like
in
how
high
did you
school.
start there? Yeah, like why did we start there? Like and then we're gonna do the fun round table question, I
I
promise.
just remember when I was like 15, I had sex, and then my parents immediately put me on birth control pills, and I started to lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
And they didn't give a shit about me. So I was like, I'm going to make this character a little bit of me. And also, you should know that whenever any character is me, there's never a mother, or the mother's a total bitch.
Yeah, because it was the dad that was in
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
scene.
he was a
Yeah.
piece of shit too. But so I put that in, and then what's really funny is I really had a boyfriend. His name was Dan though, Dan Kraus, not Nate. And he really taught me how to drive after he took a bong
Oh
hit.
my
Oh
God.
my gosh.
That
I
was
was like,
real.
"Dude, I'm like 14 driving a car. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. It's gonna be great. I'm like, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So a lot of the women, even though they're based on other women too, it's really always me too at the core because, I put myself everywhere. Like
Yeah.
otherwise it's not real. If it
Yeah.
doesn't seem like it's you, it's like,
Yeah.
how do I write this? So like
Put your
all of
souls
my
in it.
stuff, yeah, all my
Yeah.
stuff comes from me. So yeah, I swam in high school, I swam in college, and yeah, I had terrible parents and they put me on birth control pills
Wow.
instead of
Oh,
talking to me about sex. Like that's
yeah.
gross.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's very relatable though, unfortunately. You know what I'm
Yeah, a
saying? And
lot of young women.
it's definitely a story that needs to be told, on multiple levels for like, many, many reasons. And I think anybody that came to the table that, would say, "Oh, I experienced this. It was very similar," and off the record, we can maybe have a different kind of conversation, but like I've definitely cut out relationships with important people that were important to me and I no longer associate with for a very, very
It's always a
specific
good reason.
reason.
Nobody just
Yeah.
decides to
You never
disassociate
just,
from somebody for
nope,
fun.
nope, you don't. I mean, after a while, like it's like I look at people and I'm like, why? It's like I analyze it like, it's like you keep putting your hand in the fire. Ow, I'm burning. Okay, well,
Mm.
like eventually you take your arm out of the fire and you realize that you don't need to be burned anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that you
What's
need to
sad
just,
is that you could look at other people, like especially people you've known most of your life who haven't done that, and they're still like living in the same shit.
it's so weird. It's so weird. I finally had like a download with there's another important person in my life where I was like, she's just not ready. She's
Yeah.
just not ready. And then like another important person, I was like, he's just not coming with me. He's not coming with me because it's like because you get stuck on like wanting to fix things for other people, especially when you're a
Oh,
people.
you're
Yeah.
a people pleaser. I'm
Yeah.
not fixing nobody.
Just
Do that
I
yourself.
you're gonna be driving across the state and be like, yeah,
I'll come over to
give me
you.
your
Yeah.
beef
I'll
organs
lead you
right
to the
now.
trauma coach. Figure that shit out on your own. I'm not fucking fixing you. You can't, because you can't fix nobody.
No, you
If
can't.
it doesn't come from you and
Yeah,
you accepting that these people are fucked up and there's nothing you could do about it. I mean,
yeah,
like when you grow up and you're unloved, like, and you have people who are mentally ill,
Yeah.
they could not love you. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't
Yeah.
hate my parents. I just can't fuck with them. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
they are fucked up and I don't
Yeah.
want to deal with that. And
Yeah.
I already grew up fucked up. So what am I gonna like keep listening to
Yeah.
that shit
Yeah,
for?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you
definitely.
just have to. I had a moment like a couple years ago where I was just like, I'm done micromanaging managing crazy. Like it's like there's
Good.
no amount of thank you. There's no like I'm done micromanaging it. Like there was a stair step to it, but it was like then you look back on the decades and you're like, what the fuck was I
How much
doing?
time did you fucking waste doing that
Right?
shit?
Yeah.
How
And
much
then
stress did you put on your body?
yeah,
How much fucking pain and physical trauma did you cause your actual
yeah,
body? Because
yeah,
that's where all these autoimmune diseases come from,
yeah.
babe.
I know.
People pleasing and stomaching it and shutting it down and pretending it doesn't exist.
Yep. Yep. And also too, like my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to pass that down. I don't want
Yeah.
to keep giving them that and exposing they've actually they know how to they'll know how to definitely deal with someone who's in like crazy pants or like gaslighting because they've
Boundaries are the
watched
shit.
me do it. And there's just, I'm over it. But, you have to walk the walk, you have to heal, you have to go through your own healing process and it's nice to know that you're not the only person and you can have trauma, you can start to heal, but also like still be a good person and move forward, and not treat other people like shit. Like I've experienced other people around me that like they say like, "Oh, I've got all this going on," and then they like treat everybody else like crap. And it's like you're not the only one. We've all got varying levels of shit that we're dealing with, like let's handle it and like let's move forward and let's not judge people. Let's be nice to people and understand that, yeah.
I
Anyways,
feel like when you turn 40, like, and this happens to almost everybody I know who's turned 40, and you could tell me if this happened to you guys. You like wake up and you're like, fuck, if
yeah,
I'm lucky, I'm gonna live to be 80. This shit's half over. Half over. Like, do I want to keep going and
yeah,
live like this shit, which clearly isn't fucking working? Or
yeah,
do I want to make significant changes?
yeah,
Do I want to accept things that are very painful and move fucking forward and have like a peaceful life?
yeah,
And some people don't wake up at 40. And then you'll look at your friends who are 50 and they're not waking up. And like, you just have to, like, the thing for me is as long as you don't bring your trauma to me or trauma dump on me, I'll continue a relationship with you, but there's so many boundaries in place, like
yeah,
where I can tolerate you for this amount of time. And
yeah,
because some shit you just don't want to put up with,
yeah,
Yeah.
you know?
yeah,
I find too that a lot of people who do drugs still in their
mm,
like our age
Yeah.
are people who are really just not able to get on the healing journey.
yeah,
And they like use drugs or use shopping or whatever addiction they
yeah,
have
yeah.
to sort of
Food,
like
yeah,
make
mm-hmm,
them to food to make themselves feel emotionally regulated. And
mm-hmm,
it's like, well, if you gave up all that shit and actually like a lot of people think it's really hard, the journey. For me, it wasn't hard. It's harder to be a fucking piece of shit and
mm-hmm,
act like that constantly than it is to be like, okay, I'm going to accept these things. I'm going to fucking deal with it and I'm going
yeah,
to move forward.
yeah,
I think it's so much harder to be a piece of shit person than it is to be a nice person.
yeah, yeah. I would agree with that. All right, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have the fun question.
Okay.
What is you get to pick the number. So
Ooh, I
anywhere.
don't know. Now I feel like the universe is like giving me some kind of scheme here. There's
Ooh.
numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like a long list of I'm
Question.
scrolling. I do have a long list of questions.
Tell
So
me the ones that you like the best. Give me the
it's
numbers
from
you want me to answer.
and the interesting thing is from women's health
Love
magazine.com.
Women's Health Magazine.
I
Shout
know.
out, guys.
So it goes just pick any number. I mean, it goes all the it's like I'm looking into like even into like the over in the hundreds. So
Ooh,
whatever.
let's go for 47 because I'm 47.
Woo.
Okay, all right. I'm scrolling to 47. Hang tight. Hold on one second.
Happy
I'm hanging.
belated
I'm tight.
birthday again.
I go
Okay.
from cold to hot every other minute, guys. Cold to hot, cold to hot.
Oh, okay, so this is hilarious. Which SpongeBob character would you choose to live with and why?
Okay, so what's really funny is that my first job in 1997 was as an intern at Nickelodeon.
Oh, no way.
Wow. This is why we have these questions, because it sparks
Oh
interesting
Yeah.
my God.
conversation.
What SpongeBob character would I be and why? I think I would be the beaver. It's the beaver, right?
The
You have to
squirrel?
ask, is
The
the
squirrel
squirrel?
that
Sandy?
like lives underwater with him, but is always
Is
fucking
it like a
happy.
helmet? Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she's like shitting rainbows, that little baby. Like,
Yeah.
right? I think I'd be her because she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's so
And
funny.
Yeah.
SpongeBob seems too nervous.
Yeah.
He's too anxious. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
that. I
Sandy
got
doesn't care.
progesterone. Progesterone, call me. I'll do ads for you.
Gabby, do you have a character I like? I never watched SpongeBob. To be honest with you, like I wouldn't let my kids watch SpongeBob. Like I was like, you can't watch it. But now I'm like, why did I feel that way? And it's
Why
like
did
I'm
you
like,
feel that
I
way?
don't know. I thought it was like a little crazy. Like I thought like I thought it was like a little like
We were out here watching Ren and Stimpy back in the day.
I know.
Yeah, that's true.
SpongeBob
Beavis and
had no
Butthead.
pants in the beginning, by the way. He didn't have any pants.
Did you watch Beavis and Butthead and like
Of
South
course.
Park? I mean, like all that
Yeah.
stuff that we watched, like I want to rewatch Simpsons. Like I definitely, I mean, I remember watching Simpsons, but like I want to rewatch the whole series with my kids. But like I don't know why. Like as a young mom, I was like, you're not allowed to watch SpongeBob. And then I go back and I'm like, oh my God, it's like actually, you
So
know,
cute.
yeah, I don't know what my problem was,
You know
apparently.
what? You're
I was
forgiven.
thank you. All right, Gabby, do you have to have a favorite character?
She's
Um,
young.
yeah. No,
She's a little bit younger
I
than
also
us.
like Sandy as well.
Sandy it is. Sandy's for
Oh, she's
everybody.
fearless.
We're
She's
going
fearless.
Sandy. She
We're
doesn't
going.
give
Sandy
a
is
shit. She's
fearless.
out there in her bikini, doesn't care if she's got a bikini bod, just rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
Sandy
everybody
across the
judges
board.
her at the beginning, like when they introduced her character. I know I'm younger. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
it
you
was
know the
SpongeBob,
plot lines,
but
right? She's like, when they
he
introduced the
didn't
characters,
care.
She's like, I haven't yet hit my 40th birthday yet.
Well,
She didn't
the other
care.
example that I could be is I could be the dried out version of SpongeBob when I haven't taken
Oh,
my hormones. Remember when he's like not in the
yeah,
water and he's like all
yeah.
dried out? Yeah. So
Yes,
that could be all of us too.
That's so funny. Yeah.
that's true.
All right. Well, Sandy it is. Hands down, Sandy.
I think we're all
Um,
Sandy.
Gabby, do you want to ask the final question?
Yeah, but I think I know the answer.
I know.
Okay.
Do
Is it
you want to
Sandy?
ask a different question?
Um, well, I'll ask that one.
Okay.
Out of everything you've done, what's the one thing that you're most proud of?
This.
This the yeah, your project.
This. Quiet
No,
Storm.
but I like out of everything, like your whole life.
I would say that if I had to pick like from my whole life and not my art, that I would pick deciding to heal and not continuing to live like, thinking that there's something fucking wrong with me and that everything is my fault.
Hmm.
So I would say that because I think that it takes a lot of guts to decide that you
Hmm.
are worthy of love when you grew
Hmm.
up so fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say that then. I would say that that's probably, and I guess learning how to walk again probably was pretty up there too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I
From
can
your
walk
just
pretty damn good now, guys.
That's so cool.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
I'm glad we met. I'm
Yeah.
glad you're here.
Yeah.
Same.
And thank you for using your talent to share something
Yeah.
so personal.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for having me, guys. This has
Yeah.
been super fun.
Yeah. I really appreciate it. So if anybody wants to connect with you, because I know you said you use social media as like a tool to like,
I
you know,
am at SJ Novel, Novel, on Instagram. And Novel is actually my real last fucking name.
I was gonna ask that. I was gonna say, like, that is crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I mean
crazy.
that's not really my dad, as we already discussed, but that is my fucking name.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Marty Novell, that was his name.
Wow.
Wow.
Very cool. That was your biological dad or like the donor
No,
dad?
No.
No.
no, that's my social dad, the guy I grew up with.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Will you ever like go hang out? Like, did you say you had a twin? Really quickly, I forgot to ask this. Like, did you say you
I
had a twin?
I
Like, how
have a
does that work
brother
when
who
you're
looks exactly like me, and we have
okay.
98% DNA because our biological mothers are from the exact same place, so they have the same DNA, and then we have the same father, so we look exactly alike, and I'll text you pictures. And you'll be like, holy fucking shit.
Wow.
And
That
when I
is like
met him,
mind
when I met him,
blowing.
all we did was stare at each other like fucking
I
weirdos.
bet.
We're the moms like cousins or like
No, they're
sisters or
just
aunt?
both Ashkenazi Jews. And when you're Ashkenazi, you're from one specific area.
Oh,
So like it
okay.
just makes everybody and clearly we both look like the donor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Wow. That's so wild. Like that just is wild. Like, I don't
That's
know.
a
It's just
movie in
wild.
itself.
I know. And
Yeah.
then I have like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed sister who's like the whitest of the white. Joanna Lynn, I love you. I know you're going to watch this. This will be your
So
second podcast
interesting.
ever.
Oh, well, thank
Wow.
you so much. I really
Oh my
appreciate
God,
you
you guys
coming
are so
on.
welcome. I love you guys. I hope we all stay in touch. This
This
is
is
so
Yes.
fun.
this is like a Galentine's. Is that what
I
they
loved
say?
it. It was
Yeah.
Galentine's. You guys are the best. I put on
Galentine.
red lipstick for you
I
guys.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I washed my face. That's what I did for you. That's all I did.
Listen, that skin looks good for perimenopause,
Yeah.
okay?
Oh my
Hotties be
God,
hotting. It's
for
Gabby's so
sure.
young. Her skin's so fresh.
I'll get there. I'll get there.
Yeah, yeah, but by the time you get there, we're gonna be like,
We're
not
gonna be
really.
like, we're gonna have our walkers.
No, no,
No,
never getting a
no,
walker
no,
again.
I
Oh,
know.
don't say that to
no.
me no more.
Oh, we're gonna be on the beach somewhere on an island, and we're gonna be like
Exactly.
having some cocktails, and we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, we're
be
gonna go to Mexico with
yes,
Gabby.
Yes. Woo.
and we're gonna retire in the Yucatan. So.